flying saucer. I don't care what you say, this guy looks like he's flying backwards. Those guns on front look like thrusters that should be pointing the opposite direction, and he should be facing the opposite way. He's an airborg, which means he's, well, pretty much awful, and he's definitely a more interesting, kinda awkward one. Unlike other airborgs, he is not forced to fly in a straight line, however, which actually makes him, control-wise, a little bit more viable. Not much, mind you, but that little bit makes him at least a little bit more interesting to use. His B attack fires those twin lasers that really do look like thrusters, and he's flying backwards, damn it, and they home in on his opponents pretty well. However, the cannons that fire them themselves do not swivel all the way, which means actually hitting your opponent can be kind of tricky at the same time, despite how well the shots themselves home in. You also have two, and they pierce your opponent, so they are capable of doing a decent amount of damage, provided they do hit. And his X ability fires a large line laser from the Deathborg Nu underneath him. This can take out an entire row of enemies if you can hit them. However, they kind of have to be right directly below you, and if they are, well, you're not going to see them, for your own Gotcha Borg is going to be blocking the camera, and aiming with them when they're directly below you is just kind of generally bad. That said, it's probably a more effective line attack than most of the line bombs that the attackers and bombers use, and the fact that he's got more three-dimensional control than the actual airplane airborgs once again means that he's probably one of the more viable airborgs. But he's still an airborg, so I wouldn't recommend you ever use him. Still, if you like airborgs, we can't be friends, but this guy's going to be definitely different and interesting, and you should give him a shot.